Assalamu alaikum. Today's lecture is about solving different types of problems related to midpoint, length of a line, and use the condition for two lines to be parallel or perpendicular. So you will learn to solve question involving midpoint, and the length of a line, length of a line, and use the condition for two lines to be parallel or perpendicular. You will also learn to find the equation of a straight line graph. Straight line. So to solve all these questions, first you must be familiar with the different formulae. First formula is about the length of a line. Length of a line or distance between 2 points means same. But if you are given 2 points P and Q with coordinates x1 and y1, and second with coordinates x2 and y2, and you have to find the length of the line joining these 2 points PQ. So you use this formula or the distance between these 2 points. Then the formula is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And next is, how can you find the gradient of a line? So the formula for finding gradient of a line is y2, and we represent this by the letter m, and you can write m is equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the formula you use to find the gradient of a line PQ. Similarly, if you have to find the midpoint, coordinates of the midpoint. Midpoint means the middle point of the line joining these 2 points P and Q. For example, if P and Q are any 2 points, then M is this point, the middle point. And formula for finding this midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2. This represents the x coordinate of the midpoint, and y coordinate is y1 plus y2 over 2. This is how you can find coordinates of the midpoint of the line joining point P and Q. Fourth is condition for lines to be parallel. Two lines are said to be parallel L1 and L2 are parallel if gradient of first line is equal to second, if their gradients are same. Like M1, if M1 represents the gradient of line L1 and M2 represents gradient of line L2, then M1 and M2 must be same. And two lines are said to be perpendicular. Second condition is two lines L1 and L2 are perpendicular if gradient of one of the line is negative reciprocal of the other. Like M1 is equals to negative of 1 over M2, or M1 M2 is equals to minus 1. Means product of their gradients is minus 1, then lines are perpendicular. And last one is equation of the straight line, the general form of equation of a straight line. Equation of a straight line. Line. And the general form if this is equation is y is equals to mx plus c, where m is gradient and c is y intercept. This is gradient, so you must have gradient and y-intercept. Y-intercept means the point where your line crosses y-axis. This is called y-intercept. So these are the conditions you must know to solve the questions of coordinate geometry. Now you will learn to apply these formulae for the midpoint and the length of a line segment. For example, if you are given a question of the type the coordinates of the midpoint of the line of the midpoint of the line segment joining and B, A and B are 2.5 and minus 6. Find the value of P and the value of Q. Now, according to the given question, information given to you is that the coordinates of the midpoint, they are given 2.5 and -6. These are coordinates of the midpoint. Midpoint of the line segment A with coordinates -5, 11 and B, PQ. And we have two unknowns, P and Q. So you have to identify the condition given to you to solve this question. Condition is midpoint. Coordinates of midpoint are given. And you know the formula for midpoint, and you will apply that formula to find the midpoint of the line joining A and B. So first you will find the midpoint of A. So x coordinates, how can you find the x coordinate? You will write -5 plus P over 2. This is x coordinate of the midpoint by using the formula x1 plus x2 over 2. And given that the value of this is 2.5. Secondly, y coordinates means 11 plus q over 2 because the formula is y1 plus y2 over 2 and this is equals to -6. Now we use algebra to solve this. So -5 plus p is equals to 5 and then p is 10. Similarly, 11 plus q is -12 and q is -23. So this is how you can find the values of unknown P and Q. Secondly, you will learn the application of formula of the distance between 2 points or the length of a line. Question is, the distance between the points, the distance between the points P with coordinates 7a and Q, a plus 1, 9 is 15. Find the two possible values of a. Values of a. Again, when you read this question and identify the information given to you, it is given that the distance is given, distance is 15, and the distance between the coordinates P, the coordinates are P and Q. And the unknown is A. Because the distance is given, then you apply a distance formula. So application of distance formula now starts. So we apply a formula x2 minus x1 whole square. X2 is x plus 1, a plus 1, minus x1 is 7 whole square, plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Y2 is 9 and y1 is a. Given that this whole is equals to 15. So you can cancel out this by taking square root on both sides. And then you solve it, it becomes a plus 1, a minus 6, plus 1 minus 7 is a minus 6 whole square. Now you apply identity and write a square minus 12a plus 36. Again we apply identity, 81 minus 18a plus a square minus, we take 15 square and take it on the other side to give standard form to the given equation. So finally, when you simplify, we solve like terms. A square plus a square is 2a square. Then minus 12a and minus 18a is minus 30a. And plus 36 plus 81 minus 225 is minus 108. You can further simplify it by taking 2 as common. So it will be a square minus 15a minus 54. Now you can apply factorization, and you will write here a minus 18 into a plus 3 is 0. Now we have two values of a. A is 18 and a is minus 3. So this is the application of distance formula to find the uh, unknown values. Now I told you just the conditions of lines to be parallel and perpendicular. So you will now learn how to apply the rules for gradients to solve problems involving parallel and perpendicular lines. So application of gradient. Question is the gradient of 3 points. Not, the coordinates of 3 points. Three points are a 8 minus k2, b minus 2k, and c minus 8 and 2k. Find the possible values of k if a, b, and c are collinear. Collinear. Now, once when you read this question, the condition given to find the value of this unknown letter k is that these 3 points are collinear. Collinear or parallel, collinear means the points lie on the straight line. And conditions for points to be parallel or lines to be parallel or points to be collinear is same. Means if they lie on the same uh, line, then the gradients must be same. So we apply the condition. So you can write gradient of, you know, the symbol for gradient is gradient of the line AB is equals to the gradient of line BC. You may write here the gradient of line AC is equals to BC or AC equals to AB. Even then you are going to get the same answer. So we substitute formula, values in formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 is equals to minus 8 minus minus 2. This is k minus 2 over k minus 10 is equals to now we can cross multiply, and your answer is it can be 6 into k minus 2 is equals to minus k into k minus 10. So you get 6k minus 12 is minus k square plus 10k. So it will be k square minus 10k plus 6k minus 12 is 0. So your answer is k square minus 4k minus 12 is 0. Now you factorize it. K minus 6 into k plus 2 is 0. And this is how you get two values of k minus 2 and k is 6. In next lesson, we will do applications of equations of straight line and conditions of lines to be perpendicular. How can you find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of the line joining any two points?